already packed it. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
Him out, hey bud, don't let him overtake.
I'm done living
legs on.
life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free. Not looking back. Eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Oh, yeah. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another vlog. A vlog that should have been out before Christmas, but wasn't. And I'm not going to beat myself up about that. I am just purely going to get it out now and hope that you guys enjoy it and show it some love and support like you always do. So do hit the thumbs up if you have been enjoying all of the content that I did manage to get out to you over the Christmas period and the build up to it. And also, yeah, just if you do enjoy the videos, it does mean the world. I am awful for not saying it often enough, but I do really appreciate it, and I'm grateful to have you guys and yeah, like the community that we have on both YouTube and Instagram. It is just really heartwarming and lovely and motivating, and yeah, you've all been such stars in supporting mine and Sir Banksy's journey, and I just wanted to say a big thank you. I am feeling super grateful, super motivated, determined, disciplined and dedicated today. It's actually a few days before New Year's Eve. I had a very lovely couple of hours with Meg yesterday, and Meg, I should call her motivational Meggie, is always super motivational, and she's just ace. She really is inspiring. She is a babe, such a good friend, and yeah, we had a lovely cream tea together whilst plotting and planning some of our badminton prep, which I will divulge to you soon. But for a minute we will focus on what this video is about, and that is giving you guys a bit of an update on Louie and Tommy. So as you well know, Louie went back to Tommy at the beginning of November for them to start enjoying each other again, and like Tommy said, it couldn't have come at a better time for him because he was also having some sadness within his family, and we all know that horses are the best therapy and they give us the very best escapism and give us a reason to get out and do and be a bit more disciplined and have determination and goals and motivation. So I'm not going to waffle too long because me and Tommy waffle quite a bit on our Zoom catch up, but I am going to say a very big thank you to Dry Rug for sponsoring this video and for supporting Sir Banksy and I over the last few years. I absolutely love their products. I love working with Malise. It's brilliant to work with smaller family businesses because it's much more personal and very like one-on-one, and it feels all the more rewarding when you can do your little bit to help them too. So a big thank you to Malise and Dry Rug for supporting us, sponsoring this video, and sending Tommy and Louie the very kind gift of a dry rug. They recently released it in grey. I say recently, it was about a year ago, but it was always navy up until now, which is gorgeous and smart, but I do think the grey looks fabulous on Louie, and I believe Addie's just got grey too, so it's definitely a colour that suits the Duns. Maybe little Dinks will have to get a grey one too. They do make them in all sizes, very, very small to very, very large. But for now, I'm just about to get off, and I will pass you over to Tommy and I for a little update on what they have been up to since being reunited. Woo! Recording in progress. Hello, Tommy.
Hello, Tina.
Oh, Poppy thinks I'm saying hello to somebody
Hello,
in the room now. Hello, Poppy. Hello, Sam. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Merry Christmas, nearly.
Yeah, nearly. Not far away, is it? Let's
Very
try
near.
and be lovely and festive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we won't go into it, but we both have family sadness at the moment, don't we? So we won't elaborate on that. We will talk about happy things like how epic our ponies are.
Exactly.
And how much you're enjoying having your lovely boy back home with you.
Yeah, I have gone through 3 pairs of trainers though with all the mud. I'm like, this is unlike me.
Why don't you wear wellies, Tommy, not trainers?
Because where we're
They're
on a
not
country,
fashionable enough.
exactly that. I think there might always be a fit boy out the front walking his dog, and I don't want to be wearing wellies.
Oh, brilliant. So thank you for agreeing to give my followers, who I'm sure like nearly all the majority follow you as well now because they love Louis so much, and obviously in turn that means they love you so much too, but agreeing to give them a bit of an update of to how he's been and what you've been up to with him since he's been back home.
Well,
I say
we've
home,
been.
into a new home that I didn't know when I was delivering him to his new home. Used to be his old home, but yeah, a lovely, lovely place that you keep him at with incredible facilities.
Yeah, it is good. It's good.
It's good. Although you wear your trainers out because you're rushing around doing as
Well, they're
much.
just. The problem is I love white trainers, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just quickly nip out there and get them in, and then they're muddy, so then I'll get a new pair out, and yeah, so yeah.
White trainers are not the one for at the yard, Tommy. Come on.
I know. Oh,
You need the
I will.
lovely black waterproof Lemure ones with the little white soles. There you go. That's what you need. Our son.
Or I just get these and stop trying to be so vain.
Well, yeah, all that. That is a possibility too. Ah. So you very kindly captured quite a bit of content for me to put into this video, which is fab. I love how literally the next day after I delivered him, Ava was trotting him around the school already.
I know. But it's really cute because she didn't know who was coming back, did she? So
No.
I just said she had a riding lesson, and she came down, and I'd kitted her out. She got a new t-shirt and with a little horse on with Ava on it, and new joppers and new boots. So she walked in, and I said, "Oh, they've got no horses left," because obviously she'd been coming down with me a few times to groom the pony, so she knew who they sort of were. I said, "They've got no pony left." So someone on the liveries has said we can use theirs, and I took her around. The whole family came, so I took her around, and I opened the door, and she was like, "Oh, he's nice," and I was like, and she was like, "What's his name?" And then Lucas, obviously he's only 2, was like, "Louie," and then it sort of twigged in her mind, and she went and started like crying a little bit, but it was like such an anticlimax because I thought she was just going to leap in there, and she was just like, "Oh, he's nice." I was like, "What do you mean he's nice?" But, yeah.
Was that because he was still so hairy and he hadn't had his clip yet?
God, no, I just was not expecting it at all. Like she just, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
But
How old is she now?
8.
She does
Yeah,
a good job.
but she's been good. She'll come down and she'll muck out, and well, I sent you some videos of her riding and that. She's getting on good, because the problem before was she was a bit cocky, and she was like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing," but because here, obviously, there's on the riding school, there's a lot of little girls that maybe like loan some of the ponies. She started riding with a little girl, Ayla, and so because she sort of realised, oh, she can actually really ride, it put her back in her place a bit. So she's been listening better this time round. So yeah, she's doing
Listen and
right.
learn how to improve a bit better now. Oh,
Yeah,
bless. No,
yeah.
it's
So
adorable on him, and he's so good with her, isn't he?
I always think, how can she get that canter? Like, just
When her legs barely reach the bottom of the saddle flap.
beautifully like collected as well, isn't it? I'm like, this is crazy. And she's
Oh, but you're enjoying getting back out and doing bits and bobs with him yourself too. Although
yeah, so
maybe
busy.
not the showing quite as much as you used to, did you say?
Um, yeah, I think the thing is, I've set my heart on, right, somewhere along the line we're gonna try and go big on showing, or just even if I go to a qualifying show, it's a little bit more of a higher level. But yeah, and I know the people that are judging. I had a lady who has won Royal International, and then I obviously had Katie Jerem, and I know that they obviously know what they're talking about, and I would never argue with what they are saying in terms of for the show ring. However, it got to the point I thought, do I need to compromise what I like for the sake of going to one of these shows where there might be 40 in the lineup, and then the judge doesn't like a dun horse with white legs anyway?
Yeah.
So, and like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but like feathers and the towel and all that sort of stuff, I don't like that on him. So I like him to look the way he does. So
Like
it's
clean shaven, don't you?
so they were saying like cut his towel past his hock, like above his hock. So I was like, no way. And to grow his feathers back and then cut down the legs, it looked like he had more bone.
Oh, okay. So there's
Yeah.
reasons behind it, but
Oh yeah. I would, I'd never argue with what they were saying, but it's just for one day a year where I go to these shows, is it worth compromising what I like? And
what you like,
yeah,
how he looks every day when you're grooming him, riding
exactly.
him.
And the weight, and I got told he needs to put weight on. I was thinking, that's just not going to happen. That's just not going to happen.
That
No way.
seems crazy, doesn't it? Like, I know, like, they do like them to be chunky and hunky, but they need to be fit.
If I had just like said, right, I'm only doing showing, I probably wouldn't, but might have considered it a little bit. But it's the fact I can't expect him to jump a course of jumps with a nut of fat on him. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Oh, and he's looking fabulous jumping. Keen bean jumping.
Yeah. So the first time I jumped in coming back, I just lost it. Like, I could not get that stride because I try and collect him too much, and I think it just knocked his confidence a bit. And also, obviously, I was thinking I'm going to get back on him and he's going to go exactly how he used to. But he's such a quick learner that he's had 5 months of you riding, and he didn't come back bad, but he came back different. And I'm still trying like that. So
and schooling isn't my forte quite like it is yours.
I just love going to the school. He probably hates me for it, but I just love it. But I started on group lessons here just to get him back into it and just to like get him focused on something again. But I decided that he needed a bit more like one-to-one because on the lessons we only did like a cross part at the end of a lesson or something. So I needed I want a jumping lesson 1 week, then I want a flat work lesson the next week, and I just needed a little bit more channeling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be fair, like, I'm hoping you can see through the videos, I did a grid work on my first one where he was a bit like, whoa, and then throughout, then I did some lessons, then I went out jumping, and then last night we had that clear round evening, and he was just, he was taking me.
He looks like a little pro BS pony, doesn't he? In that.
Yeah. That's the problem. Is I should probably just let a child jump him, but he's just so fun. I want to do it.
He's such an all-rounder, isn't he? That's what's so incredible about him. He loves it all.
Yeah, he's cool. He's really cool. I've really enjoyed it. And the idea was always that I did a school horse and then Louie on my lessons. And now I'm like, there's no way. They're lovely. All of them are lovely because they're not typical riding school horses here. They've got like ex-eventers and ex-jumpers, and they're really quite a cool cat of horse. But I just love this little whizzy Welsh cross pony. It's just what you like, isn't it? You just have a type. Yeah. So.
And you're so suited to each other, and he is 1 in a billion. He's just so, so cool. And I was so pleased when I messaged you, and everything happens for a reason, doesn't it? That you
Yeah.
were ready to have him back, and he's helped you through a bit of a tough time. And
Yeah. I'm so glad because I thought, oh God, I'm getting him back in the winter, and but as you said at the beginning, we've both been going through personal things, and I honestly think this coming here for a couple of hours a day, you do just forget, and everything's okay in those few hours, and then you go home and it all starts again. But I've had 2 lovely hours, so I'm so grateful for him, really.
wow. What would
Apart from touch lesson, and he was horrendously spooky. I was
Oh
thinking,
yeah, you
God,
said that. Was that a couple of weeks ago now, or a week or so ago?
a couple of weeks ago, and it was just bizarre. But I'd had this dressage saddle, and he was going so lovely in it, because the idea is we're trying to get him a bit longer and lower rather than him being like pony. We want him to go more dressage now. And he was just going beautiful for the days before, and I really could not wait for my instructor to come out and me to sit there and go. And it was just for the only, so it's a 45-minute lesson, but she always overruns my instructor, so it's probably about an hour. And the last 5 minutes of walk were the only bit that I liked. The rest of it, honest, it was like horrendous. It was like worse than firework night. Like it was. I've never.
Are you being dramatic?
No, like it was. Just everything was like ping, 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 ping. Oh, honestly, and there was nothing there. Nothing there.
Was it when it was really cold? Was he just fresh, and was it frosty weather, or no?
No.
There's
nothing.
no rhyme or reason for it. It just
no.
Funny things going on with our moon recently.
No, it was bizarre, because it was just every corner he like was spooking out of, and then he'd go around the middle of the school and he'd be lovely, and then I'd just relax, and then he'd go whizzing off, and it was just, we sort of had to laugh about it because it's so unlike him. So it's not like we could say, oh, he's been an arse, because he just. But
this is the arena that you ride in most days.
Yeah, like there's no reason for it, just no reason for it. And I'd cut his feed down a bit because he had been a bit like on his tongue. Never has he been like that, and he hasn't been like it since. So it was just an off day, I suppose. But
I know, but I do love that you still felt you could share about it, because I think that's what people love to hear. I mean, we don't wish bad on people, but it's nice that you felt that you could still share that on Instagram, because, like you say, it's very, very rare you get days like that with him. But it's horses; they're not machines.
Well, exactly, but I think that's why I was so offended by it at the time. I was like, "This isn't you. This is like, I've been so spoiled with the fact that everything I've done, first time he's gone, yeah, all right, I'll give it a go," and it was just, and I think I couldn't even blame it on you. I couldn't even say, "Oh, Banksy."
It was 4 months later. No,
I've had him long enough now that it wasn't your fault. It wasn't Banksy's. Okay. Banksy is not.
Oh, we can't blame Banksy. Damn, we could have blamed Banksy, just not me.
Oh. I let him have that one, and then he, but then I got off, and my instructor's dad was here, and he was like, "Oh, good lesson." I was like, "No, he was horrible." And then as we went into the yard, he spooked and stood on my foot.
Just to top it off.
I was like, "Oh God, this horse." But,
he says, and that's what you get for telling other people about what just happened.
I know. Other than that, he has just been like just lovely. Just everything has been nice on him. So.
Aww. I love that he's been enjoying being king of the herd in the field.
Yeah, I know. I was a bit worried at first, because when he was here before, he was just such a little bottom dweller. Like, he was scared of everyone, and he'd go off on his own, because where we're based on a country park, you could be out there for hours and not see your horse. So some horses would be like where we put the hay out in the winter, and then he'd be like over on the other side of it on his own, and I'd be like, oh, why do you keep doing that? So I was a bit worried about going out there, putting him out there, and they've got quite a few big characters out there now. But he's like everyone's friend. He's like, all the girls love him, and he's like at the top now, which is quite cool. Aww. Sometimes though, he does things which. So my favourite school horse, the school pony, Autumn, I was going to buy her years ago, and the other week I led him up to her. I was like, "Oh, look, say hello to Autumn," and he ran at her with his ears back. And I was like, "What is going on with you?" Because again, that's just never been him, has it? But like, "Thanks, you done it to me once. I'm not having this again." He's my field.
Oh, so he basically did to her what Banksy did to him, because he's like, "No way, you replacing me."
Yeah, awful though, because I was like, obviously this pony has been here a year. She's like a little bit older now, and there he is. Luckily, I had the head collar on still. I was like, well, "What are you doing?" But he's giving it big out there, which is nice, and he's even friends with a goat here, which is cool as well.
That video did melt my heart. I was like, that is just adorable. Because actually, I found, do you not have many cows around you?
No.
He was always petrified of the cows out hacking. Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
spook at much, does he? He's good as gold with majority of things. But cows, he would always be fixated on and always be like, oh, I don't know how close to the hedge I can get.
Yeah, we have done one hack when I was at my old yard, and we saw cows, and he was a bit like on his toes and prancing around. But yeah, obviously it's not like he sees all the time. But the goat, he like dragged me over there, and then when the goat like I don't know, reared up and went to headbutt him, I was like, yeah, now you'll see. But he was fine with her. He really liked her, so it's quite.
Aww.
Yeah, she's a cool goat as well.
And that's on the yard as well, is it?
Yeah, someone dumped it on the in one of the paddocks.
Oh, so it's now a resident.
We just kept they've just kept it. Shirley, she's called. She's really cool. She's really cool.
Brilliant. Great for desensitizing the spooky horses.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh. So what are your plans with him over the winter?
So we do a mock hunt here
Oh.
today. Yeah, so all the school ponies and like some of the liveries, they all go out the front. Again, we're on the country park. They all go out the country park together, and it's really cool actually. So you'll have the main herd, and then one person will get picked to be a fox, and they've got to go off and hide. And then it'll be the huntsman, and they've got to pick, say, like 5 hounds, and then they all have to go off and find this other horse and like catch it. Like, so it's like, yeah, it's really cool. It's good fun. But they've got like the riders have got quite a lot of new ones this year, so I don't know if it's going to be really scary or really quite fun. Luckily, I think he's going to be all right, isn't he? Because he's not the type to be stupid, but
type that'll find that really exciting and fun, but he wouldn't do anything scary or silly or dangerous.
I could just take him in. I could just say, right, I'm going in. I haven't got a box up. Everything. This is what I love about this yard is, they do jumping shows here. They do dressage here. They open it up to the public so other people can come in as well. Like, it's really good. And it's all on your doorstep. So I can literally just walk him back in.
Didn't you say you even get a burger van turn up?
No, it's here all the time. Yeah, it's here all the time.
Hey,
yeah,
the dream. Cheesy chips on tap.
Yeah, it's so good. And the lady who runs it is one of the liveries. So like you say, oh, can I have this, and then you get like extras in there as well. It's really good. Yeah, it is good.
The dream. So eventing next summer?
Yeah. Well, it depends if he screws his dressage head on, because I haven't had a dressage lesson since. But yeah, no, I'm gonna try and I just want to try a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps telling me, what is this equitation thing?
Well, I don't know. So yeah, I'd love to know the working equitation.
Yeah, we have to like walk sideways over poles, like
I mean,
that stuff.
From what you sent me in one of the videos that I will include as well of your carousel.
Oh yeah.
I think he'd be good at it. What was he like going through those zigzag poles? How incredible was he? And with the flying changes around the cones.
Yeah, I know. And I just thought, because again, that's where we sort of got to the point. I think that was after my dressage lesson. And it was like, maybe he just needs a bit of fun. He just needs whizzing round. He just needs a bit of fun. So I just sort of went, oh, come on then, let's hoon around. But I thought he was so fast. I remember coming out going, cool, he was well fast. But when I looked, some of it is still like in a little collected canter. I'm like, oh,
he like really bounces.
I really need to sort this out, because I think, cool, I'm going so fast. And I'm an old man. I'm like, oh.
I mean, no, I think it looked pretty fast. I think it looked pretty fast to me. How did you get on with that? Was it actually a competition? Or?
Yeah, so it was only like a little fun thing. So the idea of it was, so they have an adult club here, and they have obviously novice riders and experienced riders, and they picked out of a hat. Normally you pick your pair, but they picked out of a hat one experienced rider and one novice rider. And then you obviously pick your horses. I obviously had Louie. And then, yeah, so they have to go around as like a little team and do the obstacle race. So we would have won. We had the fastest time, but the little pony ran out of the trotting poles, or one of the trotting poles or something. So we didn't. But, again, it was just like a Christmas gathering thing. It was just to get people talking. So it was really good fun. Yeah, it was cool.
Bit of team building.
Yeah. But the girl that it was quite cool, because the lady that I actually got paired with, I used to teach her.
Ah.
So, like, already had that little bit of like friendship there anyway. I teach her, so that was cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've got a lot of pros of keeping my horse at home and on my own, but equally things like that makes me think, oh, how fun would it be onto a livery yard, especially one like yours that's got all the facilities and all the fun things that you can get up to too.
Yeah, it is. I have to say, like when I had him here before and I'd just broken him in, like obviously it wasn't necessarily ideal at the time because I wanted to get him onto lessons, but it was always so busy. And
Yeah,
you know,
he's
like you
quieter.
can't die of other horses, and like I think it just blew his brain a little bit. So taking a bit of time away and then bringing him back now, it has done him the world of good. And I just love being here because I've been here since I was a child. Do you know what I mean? So
Where you learnt to ride.
yeah, and it is, it's so good. And we've got a country park that we can hack up the road as well. So there's just everything you can do here. It is really good. And as you said, you've got a burger van there, which is perfect, and a McDonald's 10 minutes up the road as well. Like
On the way
yeah,
in or way home, whichever way you wish.
perfect. Perfect. And the bus garage where I work is only 10 minutes up the road. And I always think, because I drive past, oh, should I just take the bus down and feed him and then go back to work? I don't want to get stuck here. Do you know what I mean? Imagine phoning work. Can't come back.
Oh, well, I'm glad that he's a happy boy and you're a happy boy too. And it's so lush seeing. I'm so glad you didn't sell him.
No, so am I. So am I. Yeah.
Oh,
You think that all the time. I'm like, because I could probably have done the money that was being offered to me was brilliant, but I could have done it in a week, I reckon.
I was going to say, still would have been spent pretty quickly.
I could have. The amount of white trainers I'd have then, let me tell you.
One for each day on your Caribbean holiday.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I'm really chuffed I've still got him. So thanks for taking him.
Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed having him. He's awesome. He's absolutely lovely. He's a
Yeah.
gorgeous boy, and I felt very lucky to have him. And I'm just glad that everything worked out the way it did for both of us.
I have to tip with you though.
Oh,
His mane stands upright. It doesn't, and it's like this long now, and it just won't flop over. So it's getting higher and higher and higher in my face. It's honestly, it's about.
I don't even know what I do. So I think the bone to pick is with Emily because she's the one that showed me how to do mains. And Lola's used to always do that. And Banksy's now does that. And now the one time I try to make Louis look smart before he comes home, his now does it. But Addie's doesn't. So she must do something different now than what she showed me how to do. But
When I went to that show the other day, the little girl whose mum sort of runs the classes, she was like, "Oh, he's so lovely, but he looks like a zebra. His mane's like a zebra." Yes, I know. Thank you. Yeah, I was like, I just don't know at what point that's going to start flopping over because honestly, it's like this long now.
right, we need to get the occlusive mane and tail brush and do it long ways, and then it will stick it to the neck. I did that with Source the other day with her crazy mane.
I'm gonna have to.
Well, I pray it goes back to normal soon. At least you like plaiting, hey?
Yeah, well, I quite like when he canters and he flops around as well. So we're all right at the moment. But yeah, I was like, I just know what you've done. But if that's all I've got to call out, you know what I mean?
Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that, and I'll blame Emily.
Yeah, thanks, Emily.
Oh, well, thank you for joining me. I've just had the thing pop up to say we're going to run out of time, so I'm gonna love
me. And thanks for my dry rug. Thanks, dry rug.
I hope he likes it. I know that you love bathing, so I thought it was the perfect present to send up to you and Louis. Yeah. And he's a hot horse like Banks too, isn't he? He doesn't actually need lots and lots of thick layers, so they're quite fab for putting on after exercise if you do want to turn them out. I know you like having him as a nice, clean, stable horse.
No, goes out once.
They're great as an in-betweener for when you've been riding and then you want to rug them up and put them out. You can put that on in between, and it's great just to wick away the sweat but keep them cool and dry. Hence the dry rug. Whee! But also for after bathing, Tommy, I know that's your favourite thing to do too.
Yeah, it literally is. Yeah, well, thank you.
No problem at all. I hope you have a lovely Christmas.
You too. And we need to catch up in the new year. We'll need to meet up.
You need to ride Banksy.
I say, this is where the spooking come from.
Yeah, tell him off. You can tell him yourself.
Yeah, no, definitely get something arranged.
Yeah. Cool. Well, give him a big kiss from me, please.
I will do. And look after yourself.
And is he still not rolling?
Nope. Nope. He never knows it's not worth the drama that I will give him if he...
He doesn't need bathing that often then, really, does he?
No, but I just love doing it.
Right, on that note, I'll let you go and bath your pony.
Yeah, in the rain, yeah, that'd be great. Yes.
Thank you, and you. I'll speak to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Doing
Bye.
what you do, doing what you do. Just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do.